pieces of miniature clay food. Over a week ago, I opened up pre-orders for my Hot Pot Shaker Charm, so this is going to be a mini series of me sculpting everything for it. In my last video, a lot of you guys were asking me to put a face on the enoki mushrooms, so I took your advice and here are all of them. I had to make the mushrooms a little bit bigger so a face would fit on it. Now we're going to be moving on to making the bok choy. This one is definitely the most time consuming one. Also in my last video, I got a few comments of people asking me how I paint the faces on, and as you can see, I don't paint anything on. I do it all with clay. I prefer clay over painting because my hands shake a lot. Now we're going to move on to one of my favorite ingredients, which is the mushrooms. So first I made the little mushroom cap, and in order to attach a stem to the cap, I'm going to be using some TLS or translucent liquid Sculpey. This is liquid clay and it acts like a glue. Looking at them all together kind of reminds me of those chocolate biscuit mushroom snacks. And then the last thing that he needs is a face. I also squish everything on with my finger to make sure that it stays. And sometimes if I don't use my finger, I'll use a ruler. A ruler just gives you a little bit more control. The bok choy and mushrooms are a little bit hard to make, so I'm going to give myself a break by sculpting the tofu. It's literally just a rectangle. Since it is so simple, I made one of the tofu have a sleepy face to make it more interesting. After this, I'm just going to move on to making the bean curd roll. I mixed up a really pale yellow and now I'm just going to flatten it out and then roll it up. To add some texture to the bean curd roll, I'm going to use the back of my needle tool and just gently press on it. And now the last thing that he needs is just a little face. Stay tuned for part 2 to see me